why LinkedIn is the next big thing and how you can actually win at it. Now, my name is Audrey Chia, and I am the founder of Close with Copy. I run a hybrid human AI copywriting consultancy in Singapore. And you might be thinking, what is she doing at a creator summit, right? So that's what I'm about to share in just a bit. Before we get started, I have a really important question for all of you guys here. Now, who here thinks that personal branding is important? Raise your hands. All right, I see the whole room raising your hands, right? Now, I have a follow-up question, okay? You ready for it? Who here thinks that personal branding on LinkedIn is important? Okay, I see quite a number of hands, but not as much as the first question, right? So like Mr. Bean there, you're like, is it really important? Is LinkedIn actually a social media platform? We are going to talk about that today. So let me tell you a little story, right? Just last year, I launched my own consultancy, Close with Copy, and I started with day zero. No following, no leads, no clients, no nothing, right? And I knew that I had to do something about it, so I tried everything. As a new consultancy owner, I attended networking groups, joined some random Telegram channels, and even went back to Fiverr and Upwork in search of some tiny gigs, right? And unfortunately, after months of trying, still nothing worked at all. And I told myself, Audrey, I have to do something about it. And I have to put myself out there. But unlike most of you guys here, I was not that much of a social media guru. In fact, this is my real Instagram page. I'm on one of those creeps who would like people's profiles but have nothing posted on my Instagram. I know, very embarrassing, right? So when I first got started, I was thinking, I need to put myself out there, and LinkedIn would probably be the best channel to do so. But you have your ex-bosses, your ex-colleagues, you have everyone in your professional space, right? So it's very, very daunting. And then I asked myself, Audrey, how much do you want this? And that got me started on day one of my LinkedIn journey. So I went from 0 to 40K followers in just about 1.5 years. And it's really not luck. It's pure content strategy. And the funny thing was, I told my mom, I was really proud of this, that I made it the same list as our president, Mr. Thaman, and she was amused by that as well. So jokes aside, beyond the numbers and beyond the matrix, right? The thing that LinkedIn does is that it helps you to unlock real business opportunities at scale. That means being able to speak at panel discussions with Microsoft, with Vogue, being able to speak in front of other creators and host workshops for them. These are real opportunities that LinkedIn can bring for you. So I went from having 0 leads, 0 clients, and $0 in my bank to being able to 10x my rates in just 1 year with the power of LinkedIn. That is why I'm here to tell you that your personal brand is your personal asset. And if you're thinking of getting started, the time is right now. So today, I am going to show you exactly how you can build a profitable personal brand on LinkedIn. So let's get started. Now, the first thing you want to do is to optimize your profile. LinkedIn is actually very much like your landing page. You want to ask yourself, hey, what is the one thing you want to be known for, all right? If you specialize in everything, you specialize in nothing. So in my case, I optimize my banner section with my one key value proposition, right? Being able to build brands that convert with human AI copywriting. The next thing I wanted to do was to optimize my headline. You want to build trust and authority with your headline and get people to follow you for a specific reason, okay? And the third thing now is, of course, optimizing your call to action. Have one clear call to action for your audience. It could be a link to your website. Now on LinkedIn, you also have this amazing feature where you have a beautiful featured section where you can even include links to other platforms. So if I were you, I would consider things like linking people to your newsletter, your lead magnet, your book a consult link, and of course your portfolio and website. Now, if you haven't already noticed, I am dressed in my brand colors today. And on LinkedIn, it's kind of like a social media platform, but also your professional platform. So that's why you need to have a clear, distinct brand identity. Having clear colors, fonts, and layout is extremely important on this platform. Cool. Step 2, building your content strategy. Now, content pillars actually build the foundations of your brand, which is why it's important to think about your personal framework. So in my case, I help founders build brands that convert, right? Which is why I need 3 core content themes that ladder up to this unique value proposition. And in my case, it would be AI, growth, and copywriting. And I can have different formats afterwards. So let me show you how this could look like. Right? So I could have a cheat sheet about the latest AI prompts. I could have an interview post about my own growth journey. And I could have a carousel post about landing pages that convert. And on LinkedIn, you actually have multiple formats to play with. So play around with different formats, whether it's an ebook, a guide, a report. These things are things you want to test. So you want to be able to develop your LinkedIn content funnel, having top of funnel posts for visibility, mid of funnel posts for authority, and bottom of funnel posts for conversions. And it looks something like this. I could do a Notion giveaway for awareness, education posts about mid-authority posts, and then I could have a bottom of funnel post for conversions. Now, the last thing you want to do is hacking growth. This is one of my favorite things, right? I like to think of LinkedIn as my media channel. If I am the product on this media channel, how would I sell myself? So think of it from a marketer's point of view, okay? So, learn, test, and optimize. Track everything. I experimented with giveaways, right? So here's a question. Now, I hosted a 12-day Christmas giveaway in option 1, and then I also tested hosting a single ebook giveaway in option 2. Who thinks option 1 did better? Who thinks the 12-day Christmas giveaway did better? Raise your hands. Okay, I see a couple of hands. Now, who thinks the single ebook giveaway did better? Raise your hands. Oh, I see more hands, and you are correct. So the single ebook giveaway actually proved more valuable to my audience on LinkedIn. Now, another interesting insight is the power of copy, the power of hooks, right? So I tested posting the same carousel thrice, but every single time I actually tweaked the copy, and I realized that how you copy types outperform other copy types on LinkedIn. So again, another super interesting insight. The third thing and final thing you want to remember is to experiment with data, right? So one very powerful tool that I love using is, of course, my favorite bae, ChatGPT. So if you can export your LinkedIn data, upload it, ask ChatGPT for some insights, it can give you amazing insights like your best performing dates, best times to post, top posts, and here's a tip. You can get it to visualize graphs or charts for you, which is super handy, right? So you want to think about how you can optimize your LinkedIn presence with these insights and with these metrics as well. So here you go. You're asking me, Audrey, do I really need to be on LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a place where you have your business owners, your founders, your C-suites, and your decision makers, right? So if you're thinking about building a business, whether you are a creator or a business owner, this is an incredibly powerful platform where people are already geared towards purchase. Why? Because when they're on LinkedIn, their goal is to network, their goal is to learn, their goal is to gain some kind of value. So there are 1 billion profiles on LinkedIn right now, but only 300 million active users. And of these 300 million active users, guess what? Only 1% of them are active creators. So it's such a beautiful open opportunity for anyone here right now to really seize the day and start building your personal brand. And like what I always like to say, the best time to start creating content on LinkedIn was yesterday, and the second best time is, of course, today. So for everyone in this room, think about it, really think about building your personal presence, right? And I will actually be hosting a little something for you guys. I have have a special LinkedIn Mastermind that will be launching in January 2025. If you are interested, you can scan the QR code right here. It will be a fun little session, and you can always connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Audrey Chan. Thank you for this amazing session.